how to use vitamin C specifically in your hyperpigmentation routine. I think first of all, we can mention that most of the vitamin C derivatives, aside from THD, are going to be water soluble, which means that more likely than not, they're going to be in some sort of aqueous serum. So you're most likely going to be using this in the early part of your routine, unless you are using a THD. Some of them are actually in face oils and in moisturizers. So you're going to be using that specific ingredient probably in the later half of your routine.
Oh, and we should say this is a category you should definitely decode that IL. Sometimes you see the molecule name as part of the product name or in their promo material, but more and more we are noticing products are just being called vitamin C serum, vitamin C treatment, and you know which form of vitamin C you're getting, and this is pretty important here.
Totally. I distinctly remember, I think there's like 2 vitamin C face oils out there, and they're both actually quite similar in active profile. I think it's Sunday Riley's CEO Glow, and then it might be like Herbivore's like vitamin C. They both use THD, and there's one that uses significantly more than the other one. And so I think it's important to also keep that in mind when you're decoding, because, you know, especially for THD, we shared how the data is a little lackluster. You're going to want more of that ingredient. And so I believe it's the Herbivore that actually has more than Sunday Riley. So that's just another decoding tip out there. And then finally, I think the thing I wanted to ask Gloria on this is, after looking at all of these studies, a lot of them are using vitamin C twice a day. How do you feel about that? Especially, I feel like that's very different than someone who's like an antioxidant minded person that might only be using it during the daytime once. So I'm just curious and getting your thoughts there.
I think it depends on your skin goals. Because like we share in just the hyperpigmentation realm, vitamin C is a great supporting ingredient, but it's not the heaviest hitter. So if you want a visible difference in terms of brightening and hyperpigmentation, I would say twice a day is totally fine. This is also a category where you should listen to your skin. I am very low pH tolerant, AHA tolerant. If I use a ton of vitamin C all the time, twice a day, once in a while, I don't get full-on irritation, but I find myself a little itchy-faced. So that just kind of depends on your skin type and your skin tolerance. Anyway, so yeah, that would be my take. And I think ultimately doubling up is not a bad idea, but it definitely also depends on what else is in your routine, right? So if you have a lot of heavy hitting actives, if you also have a retinoid, if you have AHAs, do you need to be layering all the actives every day, twice a day? I don't really think so. Again, like, our philosophy is always you do what's manageable, what you can do consistently without irritating your skin. So yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. So hopefully that is helpful in building your routine, especially with hyperpigmentation. And we should remind you guys that sunscreen will carry you so far. There is no point in doing a hyperpigmentation routine without sunscreen.